Well, that's the Cardiff 11 for this fixture against Nottingham Forest. Not too many changes, only a couple there for Russell Slade, but big changes for Nottingham Forest. Admittedly, they've played only 46 hours ago or something, or whatever it was, but 48 hours ago. But big changes, really. Is that just down to legs and fitness, would you imagine? I'm just looking at the players that are out, in particular, Lansbury and Vaughan in the middle, that's the big one.
Yeah, we spoke to Russell just here a second ago, and we've been quite fortunate actually this festive period. It's fallen, the way it's fallen in the Championship for us, has been a regular Saturday, Tuesday fixture list. They've had 24 hours less rest than us, essentially, Nottingham Forest. And Dougie Freedman's reaction to that is to change where he can. Doesn't have a great deal of options across the back line. He's limited by injuries, specifically at left back. So what he's changed is the entire midfield four and the striking pairing, which obviously causes its own problems because there are a couple of pairings there that have really bedded down in recent weeks and done really well together, especially when you consider where they came from at the beginning of the season, and we saw that firsthand. They weren't very good at all at the City Ground in the opening weeks.
Glad Ash knows how many hours are in a day. No Oliveira in attack as well. He's been on fire recently.
He has. He had a tricky old season at Swansea last year. Didn't really get the chances he perhaps should have and felt he deserved. But he's a talent, no doubt about it, on loan from Benfica. He's got goals recently. He's looked dangerous. He's a willing runner, and he's quite a physical presence as well. He can hold the ball up efficiently at this level and bring others into play. And they don't have that there tonight. They do have a similar shaped player, I guess. Dexter Blackstock's a player who maybe has altered his style of play over the years. When we remember him from being a younger player, he was sprightly and quick and could run the channels well. Well, he's adapted that and he's a little bit more of a traditional number 9 these days. He holds the ball up well. His movement's good in the area. He makes good, strong runs towards the near post, and if you can get delivery into him, he can look dangerous. Remember, he came on off the bench away from home at the end of last season at Nottingham, and he actually looked quite effective.
Picked up an injury here a few years ago. You remember, I think Sherlock Inshana was the culprit in that one, perhaps.
Yeah.
Incredible that he's still playing for Forest really at this level. He's been around the block a while, but we'll see how he gets on tonight. In goal for Forest, interestingly, a man who arguably left Swansea City at the wrong time.
Absolutely, we keep going back to it. There are two players that look very silly indeed by the decision to leave Swansea when they did. One is Doris de Vries and the other Darren Pratley, playing for Bolton. And it's a bit of a career resurgence actually for de Vries. He had a really tricky time once he left Swansea. He went to the wrong club as well in Wolverhampton Wanderers, sat on the bench there, got back-to-back relegations, and now he's making his way back in the game really, and he's done really well since coming back into this team at the beginning of last season at Nottingham Forest, and he's showing now just what a good solid goalkeeper he is at this level, and very good with the ball at his feet. Really sets a tempo for a team to play out to the back if he can. However, maybe he'd rather, if he's looking at playing out to the back, if you're playing that way, you'd rather have Michael Mancian playing at centre half. Tonight he's having to play at left back. Daniel Panelos, who actually had a difficult afternoon against us, who did across to play at left back. Don't know why, because Danny Fox is on the books there and can't get a look in seemingly.
4-2-3-1?
It looks that way, yeah. Mendes drops out, Osborne drops out on the flanks as well. So Oliver Burke, the youngster who hit the post laid on a couple of nights ago, he comes into the team. And a player who I really like actually comes into the centre in Robert Tesher. Didn't get a look in at the early part of his Nottingham Forest career, was sent out on loan to Birmingham City last season and actually really made a name for himself on loan at Birmingham, did very well. I think he's a player Gary Rowett would have liked to have had back, but I think Dougie Freedman realised the error of his ways by having him not having him at the City Ground last year, and has brought him back in to back up Henry Lansbury and David Vaughan, who both miss out this evening. Again, fresh legs brought in, and that could be key, because we've seen ourselves over the years, it's very difficult to change, in my opinion, two areas of the pitch: centre half pairings and central midfield pairings. When they go in and working well, as Lansbury and Vaughan seem to be, I think it's a gamble to make that change.
Fresh legs for Forest, but will it be a decision that Dougie Freedman regrets, making all those changes to his more famous starting 11? We'll find out shortly, in about half an hour's time, with Ash and myself live on Cardiff City Player Commentary. Hope you enjoyed the build-up, enjoy the rest of it. We'll be with you at kick-off.